So, let me say it again, Cam. I may be a superhero, but I'm also just a man who fell in love with the wrong woman. Just a man who fell for the wrong woman. Fell for the wrong woman. But out of crisis comes change. Out of crisis comes change. So I spent the last year really slowing down and reconnecting with myself. And I am very excited for everyone to meet the real me.
The Boys. The Boys is a action series that is absolutely phenomenal with amazing special effects, amazing acting, amazing character building, and lots of violence and blood. Lots of blood, gratuitous violence and blood is exactly what we needed.
Robin!
However, I have an intense love-hate relationship with this amazing series, The Boys, and I'll tell you why. As incredible as this series is, as much as I want to love it fully, it is done what a lot of series have done throughout the last 6 years, is weasel and squeeze some sort of political, cultural biases, ideology, sort of the whole holding a mirror up into society type of thing. And they do it in a way where it's so on the nose that is incredibly frustrating. I don't mind when series and movies have a message, right? When there's something to be learned, but I'm smart enough and I'm intelligent enough to get it without you having to spell it out for me. So in this video, I'm actually going to do a genuine breakdown review of this series for the past 3 years and my feelings about it. But before that, I'm going to do a quick rant on how annoying it is when TV series and movies squeeze this sort of messaging within the entertainment. Because for me, The Boys is a type of genre that it should have just been pure escapism, not trying to teach me life or cultural political lessons.
Maybe we can use it to blow Homelander's fucking brains out.
My rant will be quick, I promise, but I will put a time step down below if you just want to skip this and get to the actual review reaction. And I know for my returning subscribers, I'm supposed to be doing a reaction review to the movie Run, Hide, Fight, and I did a full reaction and I edited the entire video with clips and everything, and then I accidentally deleted it. So now I'm traumatized and I probably won't be doing a reaction review to that movie. At least not anytime soon, and I'm still thinking of doing a Tara on a Perry. If you really want it, just let me know in the comment section below. But for now, let's get into my rant about The Boys. Now, it could just be me, and it could just be people who are paying attention because of what I talk about across my YouTube channels, but it was quite obvious how each character was sort of supposed to represent a idea of what's going on in today's culture. Stay with me. Homelander, which I love. Homelander represents the angry cis white male, right? And he has all the toxic masculinity, like most of the guys in this TV show, toxic masculinity. And that toxic masculinity is rooted in being imprisoned with no affection, no love, no parenting, no empathy, and kind of rooted in the severe insecurity of never being enough and never mounting enough and never feeling like you are the hero, right? You are the star of the show, right? Feeling like everyone's always kind of laughing behind your back or not taking you seriously because of your own insecurities.
Great. They all loved me.
And the biggest fans of Homelander are all happen to be patriots. And Homelander himself represents patriotism. He represents America. He's like the American flag.
This little guy here is my son, Ryan.
Fuck you, fascist! Fuck, libtard!
Yeah! Yeah! All right.
It's the same thing with Soulja Boy, who was introduced into the third series of The Boys. He also represented patriotism, right? He represented a soldier, an army soldier, military, America.
Soulja Boy grew up in the birthplace of American liberty, born poor in the main streets of South Philadelphia.
I don't know! I don't fucking know! Alright?
And he also happens to be a raging, toxic masculinity, cis white male.
A figure like yours, you are wasted down here.
Now, most of the men in this TV series has the stereotypical, like, aggressive, daddy issue, mommy issue, cis white male, your idea of like the worst type of guy kind of thing. The difference between, I would say, Homelander and Butcher is that Homelander and Soulja Boy are raging misogynists. Oh, also the fish guy.
Your mouth is amazing. It's like a velvet vacuum draining my balls.
Oh yeah, you are so fucking hot. Oh, God, your legs go on for days. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
That's not what it looks like.
Speaking of the fish guy, his storyline in season 1 with Starlight was definitely supposed to represent the Me Too movement. It was very obvious, the whole power dynamics, and she wanted to be a superhero. She wanted to be in this really, really inclusive club, and so she had to get on her knees and give him a blowy to do so. I wish that the narrative for women would be more like, stop giving these people power over you, because the only reason why he had power is because the idea of being a part of this very inclusive superhero club was powerful for her. If her values and her morals and her principles were more powerful than being a part of this very exclusive superhero club, then she would have just said no. She had all the autonomy, she had the voice, she could have just said no. But they're gonna go along with the whole, she's a weakling, she's a very weak woman, she has no body autonomy, she couldn't use her voice, and he's a powerful man, so me too.
Yeah, I kind of had a schoolgirl crush on you. Oh my God. I hope that's not inappropriate to say.
No, it's not inappropriate at all. It's kind of wild. What? I mean, you said you had a crush on me. I figured that, you know.
Whoa, hey, look, you're gorgeous. I'm not talking about sex, just a little bit of pole smoking. Whoa, hey, wait. It's just a question of how bad you want to be in the 7.
Not saying Fish Boy isn't a raging misogynist, horrible pervert idiot, but she could have just said no. Anyway, that was the whole Me Too thing. And then going to season 3, the most recent season, where they had the whole police brutality, Black Lives Matter sort of trope, which is annoying.
To the residents of Trenton, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. As you know, superheroes often have to make like split-second decisions when fighting crime, and I apologize if any of mine have been perceived as being racist. But that is not who I am, okay? Just ask my friends, many of whom are black. Like A-Train, I do not see color. I only see crime.
As a black person constantly watching series and constantly being reminded, you're oppressed. It's really annoying when you just want pure escapism. But the white superhero is supposed to represent the police who brutalized the black community, and the fast runner guy. Yes, I'm using nicknames because I don't know all their names by heart and I didn't want to remember them, so they're on the screen. You can shoot me in the comment section. But his superpower was to run fast, the black guy, and then he lost his power because he was, really abusing drugs or substances, and his heart couldn't take it anymore. And so he wanted to find a new thing he needed to do in life, and his new calling was all of a sudden caring about the black community. And so that's kind of how that storyline went, and it was very much supposed to represent sort of police brutality and Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, all that jazz.
What the fuck? He wants to apologize. He came with you and a camera crew? Come on, man. Listen, you get a public apology, Vought gets some publicity. It's a win-win.
Just spring this shit on me.
What's wrong with you? Isn't this what you wanted? For me to use my platform to help the community, right?
As a sign of my commitment to you all, I am donating $10,000 to this community center. Thank you.
What about what you did to Raymond Tucker?
Well, he was a criminal.
He was unarmed.
Would you have done the same thing to a white guy in Mill Hill?
I go where the crime is, and the crime just happens to be in black neighborhoods. That's not my fault.
All right, you know, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, we're done here. You just say you're sorry and we can get out of here.
You know what? Do your research. Like, blacks commit a disproportionate number of murders.
How about all the black men you murdered?
How about you tell me why they were so fucking aggressive?
I was acting in self-defense.
Powers, they don't.
Black lives matter.
Fuck you, Walk away. There you go. Get the fuck out.
All lives matter. All lives matter. Soup lives matter. Soup lives matter. Soup lives matter. You fucking ingrate snake. Shut the fuck up. Fuck Stupid fuck. Shut the fuck. Get the fuck. Stop.
And let's not forget the whole Nazi woman who was in a second season and perished in the beginning of the third season. The Nazi woman who was the one that was doing all the memes and social media and radicalizing people through social media and YouTube and videos and stuff like that. Haven't we heard that conspiracy theory? Why is social media only radicalizing one certain types of groups of people? They're only radicalizing the patriots. They're only radicalizing the cis white men. Interesting. Where social media, if it's contagious and if it radicalizes people, everybody's acceptable to that. So I'm saying, the bias was really obvious to me. There is a lot of other tropes in there, some that wasn't really political or whatever, but just like tropes like Starlight's boyfriend who plays the good masculinity. He's the good guy. He's sweet and he's soft and he's weak and he's a beta, and never in real life will a powerful superhero woman would actually date him. But that is the trope that we've seen in many TV series and many movies about the nerdy sort of like socially awkward guy always getting the girl at the end because they're trying to teach you what good masculinity is and what bad masculinity is. Butcher, Homelander, Soulja Boy, bad masculinity. This weakling, good masculinity. Is a typical, very classic trope. Other than that, the TV series is absolutely amazing. But I almost stopped watching it halfway through the third season because the way it feels like to me is when you're enjoying The Boys, it's going, right? And you're enjoying it. It's a crazy fight scene, and you're really into the storyline, and you're really into the character development, which is amazing and awesome. And then all of a sudden they throw some Me Too, Black Lives Matter, cis white male thing in there, and it's like you're listening to a beautiful symphony. You're just listening to this beautiful symphony, someone playing the piano, and it's beautiful, every note is perfect, and all of a sudden they hit a wrong note, and because everything else is perfect, that wrong note is just like nails on the chalkboard. That's what it feels like to me every time they decide to weasel this shit into the show. Anyway, let's get down to the review. Like the show Handmaid's Tale, because The Handmaid's Tale is another show that I absolutely love, but I have a love-hate relationship with it because they definitely weasel, you know, feminist tropes in there, and they're very biased and leaning and all that stuff, but it's so amazing and it's so well done. The Boys is the same thing. It's like The Boys was created for the audience that was just sick of everything having to do with diversity and women power and everything having this sort of social justice warrior trope. We just want entertainment. We just want escapism. That, to me, is what The Boys was supposed to be. And that's why I loved it so much. And I was so disappointed to see that it wasn't really purely that, even though it's so good that you can kind of get past it. The acting is amazing. The character development is amazing. All the superhero superpowers, I love how creative they are. I love each character. I love the storyline. I love the way it's going. Hopefully it doesn't run off too long and become really stupid. But I love it. My favorite character again is Homelander because I always root for the villain because I'm so sick of American TV always having a happy ending. Am I the only one that wanted Thanos to stay Thanos? And they gave him a tragic background, and that's what you're supposed to do when you want the audience to have any empathy for the villain. They gave him a tragic background, and you kind of understand, and you see the whole cycle of what happens when you have no love and empathy and no good parenting, because then you have Homelander, then you have his son that's also looking like he's going to go down a path of evil, and then you have Homelander's father, who was just Soulja Boy, who was also a pretty shitty person. And so you just have this sort of cycle of shittiness and shitty parenting continuing.
that I've missed so much. I wish I could have raised you and taught you father to son.
Me too. But it's okay. We're not alone anymore. We have each other.
Maybe if I'd raised you, I could have made you better. And not some weak, sniveling pussy starved for attention. But there's no fixing that now. Weak?
You.
I know. You're a fucking disappointment.
But I like the development of each character. I like the development of Starlight, who was kind of pushed into this sort of lifestyle by her own mother because she was like a stage mom and not caring about her own daughter's feelings, but caring about the fame that her daughter can gather instead. Even the fish boy, even though how retarded he is, he still has a little bit of a tragedy where his own insecurities. And it seems like a lot of the toxicness of the men always comes from the insecurities, because that's sort of the narrative of toxic masculinity. I'm doing like this because most masculinity is fine and is due to biology, but you know, in this day and world, all masculinity that's slightly aggressive is toxic. I love Butcher's storyline. They all have tragic pasts. That's what makes you have empathy for people, right? He has a tragic past. His father was an abusive alcoholic, and then he abandoned his brother, and his brother killed himself.
Lenny! Where the fuck's Lenny?
Shit, come on.
Bloody bike start again. Lenny! Lenny? Billy?
Leave off him, you cunt.
Gotcha. Come here. Where is he? Who? Don't fuck me about. Where is he? Fucking snotty little cunt.
Like everybody, I'm not gonna make this very, very detailed review, but I'm just sort of giving the feeling of how I felt about the TV series. It is really well done. And if you like violence, and you like gratuitous blood and gratuitous gore, gratuitous, am I saying that word right? Gratuitous? If you like that type of shit, this is the show for you. If you don't like it, if you're like, I don't like violence, I don't like blood, probably don't watch this. But it has a really good balance of, again, character development, which it doesn't turn out to be this long, drawn out, boring drama scenes. They do a really good job of pacing the show really well, and a good balance of action and, again, violence and blood and all that stuff. Yeah, I love the show. I love the show. I just wish they would cut out the woke stuff. Like, they can literally cut it out, and it wouldn't change the show at all. And it would actually make it better. But I guess if we have to be able to enjoy the goodness of the boys, we just have to deal with that as well. I'm interested to see what they're gonna weasel in for the upcoming elections and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting. I would have to say, to point out that even though Homelander represents this white male and patriotism and all that stuff, he doesn't actually care about any of those things. Even when the Nazi girl was trying to do the whole pure race and stuff like that, he wasn't even interested.
I don't know how much more of this I could take.
No one suffers like you suffer. Let me help.
Honestly, I have to put up with these fucking people. They hold that video over my head month after month. They took my son from me. They want me. Here you go. See, they want me weak, castrated. They should be worshiping me. Tremble at my feet. Put a knife to their children's throat. Like Abraham to Isaac, if I say so.
Oh, they will. When you lead an army of Aryan Ubermensch to their victory.
What? No. 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 How many times do I have to tell you we don't need a fucking master race? I'm the master race. That's the point.
That's the whole point.
He is just an insecure guy who wants to be hugged but turned into a egotistical monster. And I understand that he's the monster, but I still want the monster to win because I hate happy endings because it's boring. That's it, guys. I didn't want to make this review too long because if I was going to break it down by person, by each scene, by each, you know, character, it would be like hours long. But I do almost love every single character, and I even love the stereotypical tropes that they play. I just don't like any of the wokeness. It can really do without. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this video. Tell me what you think of the boys. Have you watched it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you about it? Do you see the wokeness that I see, or am I just really too hyper vigilant and I should just relax and enjoy? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below and links to all of my internet platforms, my socials, including my Twitter. Other ways to support me and other ways to contact me for business is always in the links down below. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle, or I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date, and you guys have an amazing, amazing day. Bye!